This world is so big, and there are so many people in it. You can't help but wonder, how could God possibly know me? Sometimes when I travel to new places and I see all these people like passing on the street and everything, I think, does God really know all of these people? And does he really know who I am? Did you know that the first word spoken by God the Father in this dispensation was the name Joseph? A 14-year-old farm boy who used to sell root beer to make ends meet, walked into a grove of trees after he'd been from church to church trying to figure out who he was and how he fit in the world. Did God know him? Could he forgive him of his own personal sins? And he walks into those woods, and a light brighter than the sun at noonday comes, and God the Father, the glorious Father, and his resurrected Son appear, and the first word God the Father speaks to him is Joseph, as if to tell him, in all of your searching and everywhere that you've been, I've known where you are and I know who you are. I had an experience one time that made me feel sort of similar. Before I went on a mission to Korea, my mom actually surprised me with a trip to New York. And when we got there, we had just a blast, as you can tell. We ate at some really cool places. We saw some really cool plays. It was just a really, really fun trip. So on this one night, we had nothing to do, and we decided to try and find and see if there was another show. So we found this show called The Fantastics. There's this song that goes through like the whole play that kind of was the theme song for the whole thing. It was called Try to Remember. It goes like this. Try to remember a time in September when life was slow and oh so mellow. And it's just a song that my mom and I like sung back and forth. We hummed it, we whistled it, and it sort of kind of became like the theme song for the entire trip. So I get back, I go into the MTC, and a couple months later I go into Korea, and it was an absolute mess for me. I couldn't ask where the bathroom was. All the food was so gross to me. I love it now. But it just was like way overwhelming and too much. And I remember going to this college campus, and we went and we were proselyting and trying to find people to teach the gospel to, and nobody was talking to me. And so finally I just went and I just sat down, and I sat there and I started to wonder, does God even know where I am? I think he lost me. This world is big and Asia is a huge continent. He probably doesn't even know where I am. The moment that I had that thought, I hear the little crackling of speakers when they turn on. And out of the blue, in the middle of this courtyard of this college, the song starts to play. The one from the show in New York. Try to remember the time in September. And it's playing, and I'm like crying, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And my companion comes up and he's like, are you okay? And I was like, shh, God is playing a song for me right now. Go away. And I really believe that. I mean, that's so random, right? This random play, this random song playing on this random campus. I really believe God was playing a song for me to let me know I know exactly who you are and I know exactly where you are. After recounting some experiences of people having tender mercies, Elder Bednar says this: some may count this experience as simply a nice coincidence, but I testify that the tender mercies of the Lord are real, and they do not occur randomly or merely by coincidence. And I want to add my testimony to him. I am certain that God is always reaching out to us. He wants us to know that he's there. In fact, I am certain that God is everywhere. He was with Joseph Smith in the Sacred Grove. He was with me in that courtyard in Korea. And he is with you wherever and whenever that may be. This is a promise I want to make to you. For those of you who are thinking, I don't see him in my life. I don't see him moving and working in my story. I want to give you a challenge. Each night as you lay down to go to bed, I want you to think back over your day and think, when is it that I saw the hand of God in my life? Where was that coincidence that might not be a coincidence? Where was that time a friend sent a text right at the right moment, or a song played right when you needed it? As you and I look intensely for Him in our lives and in our stories, I promise you that you will always find Him, because He is always there. Hey y'all, thanks for being with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm David Butler, and this was my 5-minute fireside. Hi. Hi. Oh yeah. Hi. Hi, I'm David Butler, and this was my 5-minute fireside.